Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Our channel covers a range of topics including current events, fitness, personal development, and technology to help you look, feel, and live your best life. Tune in for actionable advice and engaging discussions. We the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you. So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you.
Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it? Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it?
About how we can better ourselves and further ourselves, further your mind, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna wear my shorts when the last one
Be clear, this is
I ain't gonna be no love when the bag don't speak. Deep pressure feelings in the middle of the street. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the hoes was at. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the flows was at. 3:30 in the morning, stroll through the car. Ain't nobody but the mirror looking for the fall off. I love when you count me out. 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 My name is in your mouth.
Might be about you. Might be about you.
Conductor. Welcome to the new golden era. Yo, this that purple tape mix with Tony Box. Hey yo, imagine getting murdered with the case in the Sub Village. Yeah. DJ Drama.
Hey yo, I'ma take it back to the ski mask Chanel. So yo, with my mail, I can never fail. I can be through you, I can tell you would tell. You ain't never ate Bruce Chris in a cell. Everything grab, you moving at a pace of a snail. Supreme clientele, cause my cocaine pal is rap doing alright. My dope house well with Egypt, reading Portland's Carter doing well on a mountain. R&B bitches on my bandwagon. Boxes cost 500, I got my pants sagging. If you had to drive 50 miles, you was head cracking. Back when I popped the Infinite, I had the less swag. True story, I could get anything done. Runway, Gucci, jeans, shoe, hair in the blonde, Santorini, black sand, dick sucks in the sun. The top 3 and not 3 and 2, but I'm the Vanetta Loves. See me, I'm the model type. Balenciaga torty with the piranha bites. Ace rolls on ice. Hit you broad day, fuck you in the pole lights. Nigga, I'm dose nice.
Returning the boom back with 2 million on the wrist. DJ Drama.
Yo, Tom Brown sailing, surrounded by Trump paraphernalia. I dare you to step to the guard, you be a failure. Peace to all my niggas live from the east. Fire call, gangsters, boy. Got a fresh 15 who throwing aces. I'm stepping on your chick, drum automatic. And don't forget to switch, hold up.
That's been blood on your niggas.
Hey yo, ain't nobody fresher, that's word to my hymen. Brains everywhere on the wall, go get some diamond. Back to back, Dawn Perry on about the vomit. Hanging out the Harvard Ghost with the chopstick. Everything I see you niggas, yeah, I never rocked it. But the little Vince burn a hole through your pocket. I ain't see the Mark 3 engagement, stop it. Shake that shit, bitch, shake it and drop it, man. I'm immortal, all lost time for it on. Plus, smell like time for what we talk about. Put the 40 in your jaw, I'm a maniac. Couple million on the floor, ain't nobody fucking with the Fendi overall. Pumped out a bag lag, yeah, I miss the show it off. Yeah, I miss the run up on your broad, damn blow it off. Yeah, I miss the Senate dummy pack through the thorn mall.
Gangsta, Brazil. Shootouts every day. Niggas don't dance no more. All they do is this.
Super Fly Guy.
Shootouts every day. Niggas don't dance no more. All they do is this.
Super Fly Guy.
There's more, because you are going to see it as well.
Yes, it.
Yes, it. Yes, namely, the Max Syndrome story. There's more, because you are going to see it as well.
Yes, it.
Yes, it. Yes, namely, the Max Syndrome story.
There is no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and
She's got power to spare. Big approach, running dead center.
Watch the power. She's flying. Huge ball. The table's breaking. Look out. Get down. She finishes the twist. She's in the mix.
So sorry to interrupt. Can I have a picture with you?
Yes, you can have anything you want. What's your name?
Zoe.
Zoe.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. That's one of my favorite names.
Really?
Want me to stand up?
Oh no, may I sit there?
Hell yeah. That girl that was sitting there. You come on, sit here.
Thank you so much.
We ain't gonna worry about her. You come on over here and sit down. Where you from, Zoe?
China.
Are you from China? Oh, okay.
One more.
One more?
Maybe more?
Yeah, take one where we look like a couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
May I?
Yeah.
Zoran Mamdani, congratulations on being the first radical Islamist communist mayor of New York City.
Thanks, Bernie. By any chance, could you spare some change? I promised a bunch of free stuff and I have no idea how to pay for it.
I don't, but you should stop begging for money like you're some kind of homeless panhandler. Anyway, I'd like to know your plan to make NYC a better place to live.
Right, let me show you. As you know, 9/11 was Islamophobic. The day after radical Islamist terrorists crashed a plane into the Twin Towers, Americans for no reason felt uncomfortable sitting next to men wearing turbans. So, I want to make it illegal to remember 9/11.
I have to be honest, Zoran, that's a bad idea. Besides, I don't even think you can make laws.
That's because the system is Islamophobic. I'll call the New York governor right now. Hi, Kathy. Will you help me make it illegal to remember 9/11? No. That would require me to do my job, and I don't like to work. Could you at least spare some change? I made so many promises I can't deliver on. Damn Islamophobists! Alright, my next idea is prison reform. The New York prison system is full of people who don't deserve to be there. Did they commit felonies? Sure. Are a lot of them violent recidivists? You bet. But they're also victims. That's why I want to get rid of the NYPD, so nobody can ever be arrested for being a victim again.
I like the idea, but I don't think you'll get it done without help. And I know just who to ask. Alexandria, would you support Zoran's prison reform?
And could you spare some change? There's so many things I said I could do but can't.
Well, I am the smartest woman in the world, but no, sorry.
Oh, so you're Islamophobic.
Oh, damn.
Super Fly Guy.
Hey yo, on Rodeo, Rolls Royce, roof retracted. Rugalay on the Mississippi, relaxing. Prince Stuart Von Cleek party. Max and Sack shopping bags at a blood pack in front of morning. Dope bags on my Reese Cooper coattail. If the 20 bricks land, watch the boat shell. Hit 4 extra niggas, oh well. You serve crack through the doorbell. Hit a lick face in the mall, gelling knee high. Black badge, hit every pothole in the east side. Trying to teach niggas up, but they lack vision. Still got 30 left, my homie cried on the last visit. We ate wings on the last visit. Switch shoes, now you on the wreck, you on the rap Simmons. I'm the self-richest looking like a meal ticket. Spent 50 at the counter, but we still niggas. I'm about to go violin. Wrist crank, kick, Miller, Jackie Chan. Jackson Storm, Balenciaga, Afghanistan. Going Dior shopping off hand in hand. Bulletproof vest. Sasha Nakamoto. Kept the X runner, shot the nigga black, I'm solo. Daytona Romo, easy foods roll. Money good, $500,000 Chanel hobo. I'm the pinnacle, see through your subliminal. Spy everything twice, 2 Louis racks identical. Style minimum, style like Larry David. See through Celine tank top, Celine training. Just came from a headshot, brain pain. Kissing my triple beam like nigga, we made it. Woo. Like nigga, we made it. Thought it wasn't coming back, crackhead jeans say, wait.
Damn! Niggas ain't fucking with me, man. Fine.
On decorations. But the white boys had told all them French gals that we had tails. Then they found this ignorant colored soldier. Paid him to tie a tail to his ass and run around half naked making monkey sounds. They put him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon. Put a reed in his hand. Crown on his head, blanket on his shoulders, and made him eat bananas in front of all them Frenchies. Oh, the white boys danced that night. Passed out leaflets with that boy's picture on it. Called him Moonshine, King of the Monkeys. And when we slit his throat, you know that fool asked us what he had done wrong.
Country shot.
My daddy told me we got to turn our backs on this kind, Wilkie. Close our ranks to the chitlins, the collard greens, the cornbread style. We are men, soldiers, and I don't intend for our race to be cheated out of its place of honor and respect in this war.
The pupils burn from the gaze of the sunlight. Trying to go legit this time with no gunfight. Straight flights to Ghana. My man got the gold connect. Bow-legged dude with chicks on deck. He got Navy sailors moving their crypto specs. Maybach Hummer, sound like a discotheque. His brother Stan, blow off his own hand. He's in the mausoleums, couldn't show his wrist back on. It's in the Coliseum. The monster's out, straight down in the opera house. Scorpion pendant, red stone in a lobster mouth. Diamonds embroidered in the China wear. Speaking through Tesla phone, tucked behind the ear, Snow White Royce, guts red with lasagna chairs. Scarface party was raw with mad lines in there. Everybody holding, rock wallets, mad nines in there. Hitters with gold fronts frontin', where's the concierge? 50 years of hip hop, New York is the mascot. City is the backdrop, one more you can holler at me. You can holler at me. That I gotta be the best of them all. That's just cut and dried. I'm the best. Whether you like it or not, you're looking at, the greatest, the best looking man, the best dressed man, long limousines, jet airplanes, custom made clothes, and any woman in the world I want, just like that. You know what? Let's face it, if you're not carrying the big gold, you're second best no matter what you tell yourself. So gear up, ladies and gentlemen. Get used to it. Who you're looking at, the man.
The almighty, the legend, the legendary Westside.
Our name.
Fly God himself.
You're looking at the man. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. You son of a bitch! 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 You son of a bitch!
favorite DJ.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Is in the mix. Your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Is in the mix. Your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Is in the mix. Your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Is in the mix.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Show will begin now.
Yo, what up? 1 2 1 2. Yo, let me get a sound check. So,
mic check.
Oh, you sound good, Hoop.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you sound good, and Mr. O.
A 1 2.
All right, bet you sound good. All right. That's what's up. All right, I see y'all starting to pack in here. Salute, Mr. Music Man, outspoken introvert, Lord of Brooklyn, Skinner. I seen 7 Ann and Shells up in here. Yup. Bang, bang. 7 Ann, Shells, Carrington Morris, and I think I seen Kwame Kaiju up here. All right, man, let's just get started. I mean, Hoop, I know you want to go on, get you up out of here early. So you want to do? We're gonna do one segment and then you go on right after that. And bang, there goes Tito. I just talked to him on the phone. Perfect.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because
right,
I work today, so yeah, we do a segment, then I'll
yeah, we do it. Yeah, all right, bet we do a segment and then do the sports rap. Yo, Tito, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
All right, bet. All right, let's knock this black female fuckery out of the way, and then we'll get on the Zora, and then we'll do the sports, and then we'll do Zohar Mandami and the Scott Galloway shit, because we got to talk about this New York election shit. But this, I'm actually glad this made its way back around the internet. A lot of y'all already, what you would call it? Not this. I mean, it's not that old, but a lot of the brothers down in the space had covered this like a while ago. You know what I'm saying? But I see it then resurfaced, and it's actually the female content creators that's been covering this. So this is good. But this was the Keishas on Clubhouse meeting with the clan on Clubhouse, asking them to take the black man out, and I wanted to double down on this since we got other than that, and that's why we've been pumping AC since season 1. So like, while all these dudes we got a lot of content creators telling brothers to accept the reach back now, and now ain't the time for with the gender war, and like it's time to forget each other. It's a lot of backtracking going on, bro. So this is a perfect time to revisit this joint. So I want to play this, and then we're going round robin on this.
Perception, because like the goal of this conversation should be to like progress, right? Unless you're ladies that you don't want to fucking deal with men at all, then we should talk about.
We don't want to deal with black men at all.
I love all men and not black men. Just not black men.
Well, is there any women here who don't want to deal with men, period, or is it just black men, or is it a mixture?
It's just black men, and we actually want non-black men's help in these corrections that you speak of.
So what are the corrections that you're looking for specifically?
Force, because that's the only thing that's gonna work.
But I mean, what are you looking for black men to arrive at? A place of understanding of like, what do you want to see?
Well, we believe that there is no hope for them. That we don't believe in changing their minds. We don't. But I'm trying not to say what I really want to say because you're on stage. But if they could not exist, hey, we wouldn't be mad at.
I think for me, I want the coddling culture to kind of stop. I think they get validated a little bit too much and they're not held accountable as much as white men, Hispanic men, Asian men. Like, the legal system works in their benefit a little bit more than they think it does. They're seen as the ultimate, like, most oppressed. And I think that coddling culture needs to stop and they need to be held accountable for their actions.
Because we live in white male patriarchy, white men set what's socially acceptable. So with you all setting what's socially acceptable, the degenerate behavior of black male culture needs to be checked, and there needs to be more, because we're no longer looking for accountability from them because they've proven that they will not take accountability. We need the men who set the culture to make them take accountability by exacting some sort of consequence for perpetrating behaviors that are not socially acceptable, because you all create the socially acceptable behavior.
A few moments later.
Hey, black man, hey. Hey, black man, hey. Black man. Black man.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, so I'm glad this clip that made its way back around the internet. Saul, we're gonna start with you, and we skipped opening statement. So you do your opening statement, and then give me your response to this video. And I'm glad, like I said, this needs to be reinforced, and brothers need to hear this, especially since it's reach back season.
I'll say first things first. With that, it's not like they don't know about, them meeting with the Klan. And, I want to take a quote from Ed Anderson. He said, it's not that they are against white supremacy. They're just dissatisfied with their place in it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, us is different in the sense that we fought and built this country. We spilled blood. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we're in a sort of position to negotiate. They're not even, the only position they're in to negotiate is either on their knees or on their back. You understand what I mean? And that's what they've been doing. All right. So that's them basically trying to more or less be honest about, the DEI and intersectionality and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I want them to say exactly what your intentions are. You ain't got to color it with all the so pro-black stuff. You ain't got to do that, no more, because the environment hasn't checked them or whatnot. So to a certain extent, I would at least give the Simps some credit in the sense that they've kind of propped up, would you say, Keisha in such a delusional state that she believes herself and she's actually open with the bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Because back in the day when it was the Dorothy Dandridge, what's the Catwoman name? That crazy ass lady?
Eartha Kitt.
Eartha Kitt and all them, they felt the same and they did the same. Right? So it's like, okay, so at this point that, let's just cut to the chase. You understand what I'm saying? Right? Mm-hmm. So these women see the kind of power shift and where it's going, and they're trying to go ahead of it. And like I said before, this generation, as far as the table go, that shit is out. You understand what I mean? There needs to be some generational punishment or some culling. Now, whether or not black men even decide to want to go back to the table in the first place, further generations down the line, it won't be my fight. It won't be. So I'm not gonna, say one way or another about that. But as of now, there's no surrender, no retreat. And I'll land my plane there.
I like what you did with that. I like what you did with that, man. Let's jump to you, Mr. O, and then we're gonna go to Hoop, and we'll get Tito to close this one out. So, what you call? I want you to put a bookend on this whole thing, Tito. Well, Mr. O, and what you call? Give me your opening statement too.
What's good, everybody? You know what I'm saying? It's Mr. O with the info. You know, I just got to celebrate birthday this week, but
Happy birthday.
Appreciate it. Enough of the small talk. Just sitting back and watching this particular dialogue on Clubhouse with KK Keisha asking a white man to go ahead and take us out. First is get rid of black men. They're the problem. Now is quick, black men save our jobs from Trump's acts. The next breath. Flip-flopping faster than a politician at a donor dinner, you know. Who knew irony came with a pink slip, bro? The ongoing 40-day government shutdown has triggered over 4,000 federal layoffs, hitting black women the hardest, right? They accounted the majority of Fed job losses since January 2025. And now they come to Clubhouse with this therapy session, talking to white guys, and white guys nodding along to the exiled brothers, right? But don't y'all find it crazy that it's burning like the bridge that they have burnt with us? Now they trying to go ahead and rebuild said bridge with burnt wood and trying to extend the olive branch, trying to get us back on the plantation.
Hell yeah.
And telling Whitey to handle black men like yesterday's trash than crying uncle when the Fed checks bounce. I love this. I fucking love this. And this is a perfect example right here. What kind of quote unquote who they really date right here on the screen. And this who both versions of said people get. You know, they want to show us the Travis Kelce's and the what the chick name was. They want to show us that, but this is really what interracial coupling looks like in America. And I pass the mic right there.
No, I think you spot on with that, Mr. O, and I'll piggyback on what you said before I pass. And I'll say this, that there's no really other ethnic group by and large that doesn't punish or exile women that are that are ethnic traitors to a large extent, and some extension or another. So all these simps and these dudes flip flopping on their message, talking about now that it's reach back season and the brothers need to step up and take care of these Keishas. That is the same type of mentality that got us in the position that we in right now.
Mainly
we got a whole generation of men that didn't punish this sort of bad behavior, and they would sign up to be step daddies and all like. That's why we're in the position we're in now. So you got a lot of guys advocating for the same environment that put us in the same place that we at.
And it's all attributed to that black pastor. Now he has a problem with his congregation. On one hand, he got to go ahead, brainwash and manipulate the woman congregation to keep on funding his lifestyle. On the other hand, he got to try to bring men back into the congregation to get brainwashed to take care of said woman that's contributing to his so-called lifestyle, to even fund their pockets to contribute to his lifestyle. But he can't manipulate both, and that's the problem.
I mean, I ain't even talking about the pastors. I'm talking about influencers and stuff on social media, because truth be told, these are the new pastors. These are the new. You understand what I'm saying? And we watch I'm going to say this. I said this to Saul behind the scenes. Right here, right now, we're watching the new Al Sharptons get birthed in this space. Y'all know who they are, the flip-floppers and like Tito had said a while ago, the dudes that build their channels with a male following, and then they, you know what I'm saying, then they water down and dilute the message. Like we didn't get to where we at in this space by not being edgy and saying what needs to be said. And I'm gonna pass this to you, Hoop. But before I do that, let me shout you out for these super chats. Hoop with the $2 super chat. He said, "Let's go." And another super chat. My thoughts exactly apropos to this segment. F all you hoes.
The word liberal as an acronym, lacking in basic education, reasoning, and logic. liberal.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
Yeah, that's all you, Hoop, and give us your opening statement too, but your response to this segment.
Yeah, man. So for the edification of the crowd, because I know we're like double in viewers since when you first started. You mind replaying a chunk of it real quick?
Yeah, no problem. Let's run some of this back.
At all.
I love all men and not black men. Just not black men.
Well, is there any women here who don't want to deal with men, period, or is it just black men, or is it a mixture?
It's just black men, and we actually want non-black men's help in these corrections that you speak of.
So what are the corrections that you're looking for specifically?
Force, because that's the only thing that's gonna work.
But I mean, what are you looking for black men to arrive at? A place of understanding of like, what do you want to see?
Well, we believe that there is no hope for them. That we don't believe in changing their minds. We don't. But I'm trying not to say what I really want to say because you're on stage. But if they could not exist, hey, we wouldn't be mad at.
I think for me, I want the coddling culture to kind of stop. I think they get validated a little bit too much and they're not held accountable as much as white men, Hispanic men, Asian men. Like the legal system works to their benefit a little bit more than they think it does. They're seen as the ultimate, like most oppressed. And I think that coddling culture needs to stop and they need to be held accountable for their actions.
Because we live in white male patriarchy, white men set what's socially acceptable. So with you all setting what's socially acceptable, the degenerate behavior of black male culture needs to be checked, and there needs to be more, because we're no longer looking for accountability from them because they've proven that they will not take accountability. We need the men who set the culture to make them take accountability by exacting some sort of consequence for perpetrating behaviors that are not socially acceptable, because you all create the socially acceptable behavior.
A few moments later.
Hey, black man, hey. Hey, black man, hey. Black man. Black man.
Stop the cap.
That's all you.
Okay, man, I'm gonna try not to suck too much of the air out the room with this, but this is like a combination of shit that like KS was talking about, bro. This is basically, from a foundational standpoint, this is an iceberg of basically self-destruction with a lot of black women impart upon, and without even me listening to this is what I see on my little certain parts of like my own personal social media, people who I like I went to school with, I went to a school close to, we may be a part of a similar Greek organization, so on and so forth. And I gotta say, generally speaking, it's these weird old black bitches who aged out with the septum ring hoes, the hotep hoes, and overweight bitches. This is like their currency, bro. And it's like I tell people all the time. This is 2020 currency right here. That's it's like Deutschmarks in Germany. Nobody uses Deutschmarks anymore. You got to spend in euro. This is the fallout of all that Deutschmarks that they were spending back then. Because I don't know when this original video was made from Clubhouse.
This a couple years ago. We didn't cover it in the space area. It didn't made its way back around to the right, and it's the female content creators that started covering. But this is old.
September 2021. September
Yeah,
2020.
that's about right. That's about right. That's where our place is 2020, 2021.
But
So,
I'm saying it's apropos with that made its way back around right when the EBT done been cut off. So that's,
absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely. So again, with me leading in with the KS thing, so this is when these hoes was like big mad about KS kind of busting their spot up about what they really about. And so all that talk they was talking right now, that currency don't spend in 2025, right? Because the changing of the guard has happened. The Trump America is in, and so all that black girl magic bullshit is gone now, right? So again, iceberg of destruction. So it's funny what they say. They say that black men are not accountable, and we basically don't have any type of recourse for the actions. Listen, man, right now as it stands, the most harangued motherfuckers is us. It's the easiest thing to say with the black fatigue. And I'm not saying some niggas don't perpetuate that shit easily, right? But accountability, like black men, we get that shit, you know what I'm saying, from any and every direction. So like that shit just aged like horribly, you know what I mean? So going forward, they talking about we want y'all to come in and help out. Bitch, you ain't got no choice, ho. Nigga, men are the most race loyal people on the planet, no matter where you go. I used to live overseas, my boy. Everywhere you go, men are race loyal. Even from like an African standpoint. I remember talking to an African bitch when I was in Germany, bro, and niggas was hating hard. Meaning, these niggas are not gonna go across, the racial lines, the cultural lines like that. So they talking about appealing to white boy to come save you. Nigga, no white boy don't have no baby with you and had no fucking mixed bitch that he got to explain everywhere he go that that's his kid. Like, what are we talking about? So it's just funny, man.
Yeah, that's the heart of the matter right there. They not that procreation issue. That's why you got 2 million babies out of wedlock by non-black men unclaimed. They like, but fuck you and that kid.
Exactly. Like I love this video, man, with this white dude. It's like I believe it's in Arizona. And she was like, this black chick was hanging in his window. She was like, man, like, why you don't like black women? He's like, because you're disgusting. Like, I don't, and I'm not saying black women disgusting. I'm just saying what the dude said. He's like, no, I don't want nothing to do with you. But why? You so beautiful. Like, she just was incredulous to the fact that his worldview, this is like about 4 or 5 years ago. So this is not like, last week. Shit. It's like, I don't want nothing to do with you. And I think black women, a lot of black women lack this, totality standpoint that as bad as you say your men are, what the motherfuckers think about you? Because hello, you raised these motherfuckers. You are the motherfucker who make these Pookies and Ray Rays and Jujus and Man-Mans. Y'all raise these motherfuckers. So that's why it's so backwards all the way around. And it's crazy too that all of a sudden the victimization thing ain't accepted, based on what she was saying with her rhetoric. She was basically saying that, oh, well, we don't want this victimization, but that's their whole game plan. And like I know, man, I lost so many Facebook friends over the last few years, bro, of me just speaking more of a so-called conservative forefront, not making excuses for us talking forthright, this, that, and the third. That's their only currency. Going back to the Deutschmark comment. So it's just funny how like when they try to separate it from the dating field, like, bitch, that's all y'all got. Victimhood. As a black woman, we'll hear this shit all the time, right? So to land the plane, it's just interesting to see them try to appeal to an audience that is not there when they are the progenitors of raising the men that they hate. Ain't that a bitch?
No, that's facts. That's facts. All right, well played. Tito, I saved you for last so you can really put a book in on this.
Okay.
Give
you know
me
what,
a
man?
take.
I've said many times before that this country was primarily the way that it's politically arrayed, that it was set up as a paradise for white men and so-called black women. I've been saying this since like 2015, right? And so now that you see a changing of social orders, of monetary orders. Now that you see sort of a refutation of the Anglo-Dutch monetary system, and things starting to shift, right? Now we come to the day and age where people are actually going to have to live up to their billing when it comes to economics, when it comes to the workplace and all of that, when it comes to a lot of different areas. And so these two, Keisha and Brad, came up together, and God damn it, they're going to go down together. And the fact that you see discourses like this is just symptomatic of that. They came up together and they're going to go down together, right? After Bacon's rebellion, Brad thought he was slick and thought he was smart when he stripped so-called black men of patriarchy by denying us the right to own firearms in a lot of the territories, before they became the United States, right?
Fact.
And they see, when I say stripped us of patriarchy, you got to realize that one of the fundamental aspects of patriarchy is the ability to physically protect, to exert physical force. You know what I'm saying? And so they stripped us of that. And so the preceding like 270 years or so of history after that have been just, when you look at one of those cartoons and you see like Woody Woodpecker pecking holes in the boat, and then you see the other cartoon character plugging the holes with his fingers and his toes. Yeah. Every successive thing, the Fugitive Slave Act, the Harbor Travel Act, everything has been just an effort to try to plug the holes in the boat, and now that shit is over with, right? And so now that you see this order changing, you know who's left out in the cold? Keisha is. She's panicking. She's panicking because now that Brad doesn't occupy the place that he used to, they came up together, they're gonna go down together. They came up together and they're gonna go down together. And so now that Brad doesn't occupy the place that he used to, Keisha is panicking, because if rank and file Brad has to actually get out here and compete, then rank and file Brad and administrative Brad isn't going to be worried about Keisha anymore. And you seeing it, with Section 8 going away, you seeing it with the shit that's going on with SNAP and all of this. You seeing it. You like in New York. I just heard that everybody there a few months ago, like right after the inauguration, had to recertify, no matter what. Everybody in the whole state had to recertify, right?
They try and reset the book.
Yeah. So Keisha is losing her shit because she only knows the plantation. And so now that, just like back in 1865, those Union soldiers are outside that picket fence, she's losing her shit. And this time, it's not going to be any place to crash land. See, after 1865, I bet y'all didn't know. What those of y'all that look at my channel know this. My grandfather told me that after the Civil War ended, that a lot of them didn't leave the plantation. They refused to leave them plantations. My grandfather told me that, like, when the relatives will move what they call back east, you know what I'm saying? They'll move to the north to get a job or something, and it'd be like the young children of the people who were slaveholders. They'll still be living there, but the successive generations would have been moved on. But the slave, the house nigga bitch, will still be there. And a lot of times the grandchildren or the great grandchildren will sell this piece of land, and they will have to have to like come out there with a station wagon and pack up these house nigga bitches shit and take them somewhere. Actually, some of the first women's shelters in the South that's why they had them, for these slaves that would not leave, that refused categorically to leave these plantations. They crash landed in them plantations after the Civil War, and they crash landed on their backs in brothels in all white towns after the Civil War. It ain't gonna be no shit for like nothing like that this time. They gonna be in them resettlement centers and them FEMA camps like I told y'all they was. And it just shows the stultified heights of delusion that they live in, if they think that it's some corner of the universe where other races of men have more accountability than so-called black men. I don't know. I think that when they use the word accountability, they don't mean actual accountability. What they mean is social mobility. Social mobility and being led around by women. Because actually those other groups of men that they just named, they might not be led around by women politically like the so-called black man is, but they definitely are led around by women financially. Like I don't heard some crazy ass stories from white men about, you know, women they ass dry financially while they was with them and didn't care nothing about it. Right? So yeah, that shows the like I say, the stultified heights of delusion, or what other point did she speak to, or the physical elimination or the application of force towards black men? Yeah, like it just shows
one of them up there is named Bullet Bag. That's her stage name, Bullet Bag.
Yeah. It shows you how delusional they are when it comes to history. If you look at American history closely, not the shit that they give you in public school, but if you look at it closely, you'll see that the so-called black man has been locked in physical struggle in a never-ending cycle that only ended with the passage of civil rights in the late 60s. So I don't know where does she think that this application of force is supposed to happen at, or that it didn't happen before? Just shows you how fucking delusional they are, and how afraid they are now that the economic and the social order is changing. And I'll land my plane there.
Well played, sir.
You know what? Let me piggyback real quick.
No, it's all you. Go ahead, Saul. You got it.
So and salute to Tito for that, by the way. That was well thought out. And Mr. O, you know, they really contribute some great insight on this. But here's the thing. I think this is controlled damage, right? Mm-hmm. Because you talk about videos like this, but where's all the protesting and the gall to talk about things like ghetto hackers or you know, other atrocious things that you know that go on. You know what I mean? You know, so this is a way that you know that these content creators, these black females, ones, I ever heard them ever address it directly.
I think that they're proud of ghetto gaggers. I know it's a crazy thing to say, but I think collectively black women are proud of it.
I'm talking about these chicks that claim they are pro-manosphere.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, they never say nothing about it.
They never say nothing about, you know, the divestors, right? They don't give them that smoke. And not only that, like, you know, they never say anything, especially about, you know, ghetto hackers. You understand what nothing at all, right? They don't say anything about the child abuse rates. They don't say anything about, you know, the neglect, the sexual abuse. They don't say anything about female jealousy or females being put into pimping. and prostitution by their moms. None of that stuff. You know what I mean? So this is them just basically, you know, oh, I'm just gonna give the most obvious and blatant thing away. You understand what I'm saying?
What in the Melanie King are you talking about, bro?
You said what?
I said, what in the Melanie King are you talking about?
Oh, well, yeah. I'm sure she's probably watching because a lot of the shit we say here end up over there. If y'all ain't peep. Yeah, we see that shit. I'm just saying, somehow or another, I find it real fishy that it does end up over there. It's just, I don't know if it's just me though. But anyway, I wanted to at least do that as an addendum. I land my plane there.
No, I think you're spot on. You hit on something there. Like, yeah, this blackmail content is, the algorithm pays and rewards it now, as well as it does the political conversation as well. And like, with a lot of these, a lot of female content, I already coined it. This is like red pill only fans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the talking points come for the brothers, but they, it's indicative of the audience, but the audience want to, they want to pay to have the talking points regurgitated.
Can I say something real quick, Cheesemo?
Regurgitated to them with some boobies in their face. You know what I'm saying? But that's indicative. That's indicative of the audience. Go ahead, Hoop. I saw you.
Man, I ain't trying to pick on the whole man, but like, I mean, I watched the broad for 5 years navigate these streets, bro. And it went from Kevin Samuel centric content to I'm a victim because Tommy Sotomayor made me cry shit. And then I'm a man, centric person. Then she broke up with her husband, and it was this, I don't know if y'all remember, bro. She went live for like 72 hours.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the one thing I give that one, she know how to pivot her ass off. She could pivot like a motherfucker.
No, she pivoted her titties off.
She pivot, she pivot like a motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? She know which way the wind blow, and she adjusts. She's a good businesswoman like that.
And I ain't trying to pick on her, but it's just funny how, on the other side, we just talking about the Keishas and shit, how they talk about the pygmies, and I ain't gonna front, bro. With her, you know what I'm saying? It's like y'all was kind of right, because I'm gonna keep going. Remember when she got drunk at MTR house?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Well, we had that in rotation for like a month.
Embarrassing herself. Yeah. This supposed to be the bitch to hold the guard up for us. This is your king.
Well,
literally.
Well, I always thought dudes was goofy putting a mantle on a female content creator to fucking. That's like you sending your bitch in a room to negotiate for you. This is a man's conversation. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's what these Sunday streams are. Like we've been doing them for 8 seasons. This is the round table and shit. It's all men up in here just talking. You understand what I'm saying? Absolutely. Like we ain't acting like we got the answer to anything, but we have a full, well-rounded conversation between us, and it's for the audience. And I mean, whatever you want to say, how big our channel is or how influential it is, we've been having conversations for 8 seasons, and I know we single-handedly walk this Trump shit down. And this motherfucker's in this. Well, we just did this shit off conversation. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker's in office, and we've been talking about the midterms since when the last time you heard niggas talk about motherfucking midterms in the last decade? You understand what I'm saying? Motherfuckers talking about, well, I don't know. We think we need 7 senators and shit. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? We did this shit with conversation. And that's what happened when you just got men around here talking this shit and niggas ain't fucking grandstanding for no hoes and shit and trying to get pussy points. You feel me?
No, real talk. And listen, man, I'm just walking it down because I'm going to call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? I peer in every now and again what you got going over there. But it's just funny over the years how the accusations are pretty apropos of the performance. And I just landed here. All of a sudden now you're a conservative political pundit. Like, come on, nigga.
But that's across the board for all these female content. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like and there's, you know what I'm saying? Because, I absorb all the content in the space. I watch everybody pivot. Like, You know, some of them had to put clothes on to keep their rep. Some, you know what I mean? Some of them think, bro, it's. But my biggest thing is like that shit just be like, yo, it be regurgitated talking points. And like I said, indicative of the audience. You know what I'm saying? You'll see the same nigga in Roger Report's chat in the morning, not giving up nothing. You'll see the same nigga in some other chick's chat 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and that nigga throwing up $50 balls and shit. And like, nigga, like, wasn't you just in Roger's chat this morning? Ain't even get this nigga $2? That's crazy. You remember I'm a chat nigga, so I see all you chat niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, my nigga, you know what you sound like?
Well,
on the same hoes. Well, I'm on my nigga homie Nate Dogg video. I see the same hoe.
Yeah, but that's indicative of the audience. And then, like I said, like it's different when you make the content, you peep certain shit. But that's why when the motherfucking OnlyFans released they stats and they said they make all their money off married men. So it make a lot of sense. You see what I'm saying? Like,
and that shit almost over with. The OnlyFans shit is almost over with, man. See, y'all haven't seen that AI porn, man. Somebody sent me a link to that shit. It's over with. OnlyFans will be over with in about 3 years. It's over with.
Oh yeah. I give it a year or two, Tito. The thing about OnlyFans is oversaturated with subpar chicks. You know what I'm saying? Once the bad chicks get their little 1 million, they got over with, done with.
That's facts. I mean, because OnlyFans came in. Well, it was before the pandemic, but the pandemic was the perfect outlet. You know, boys want to go, you couldn't go out depending on what state you in, and it's a perfect storm to produce. You know what I'm saying? Like, and shout out to Pimp C and rest in peace, Pimp C. He's like, pimping ain't dead. It just moved to the web before he died in 2008, and that's just what it was, man. It just was a escort service online when people was at the most vulnerable times when they wanted anything and everything online.
Oh yeah, no, I mean no doubt, but I think Tito's right with bro. You ain't even bullshitting. The technology shit about to put a lot of these hoes out of business because the OnlyFans is a voyeuristic joint. It ain't like you at the strip club touching titties and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like if they could replace what's on the screen, bitch, you obsolete. You feel me? All right, well, let's do, let me knock 7. Quiet Storm in the building. What up, Playboy? Cortez Smith said, machismo, nothing beats when these guys gave Jessica X $2,000 in less than 2 hours. Yeah, I was there when that happened. Jessica X was an anomaly, though, because there wasn't nobody like her when she came out, and then she came and disappeared. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
that was the Avatar GOAT right there, boy.
Jessica.
Yeah, does anybody even know if that was a woman for real? Has anybody ever seen her?
A couple people have, and she camped up for Angry Man. Jessica's really that broad. She's really pretty. I've seen Jessica before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's really And I mean, the bottom line is Jessica held that whole Kevin Samuels shit down dolo by herself. She went to war with all them bitches, and none of these bitches that had said anything in Kevin's defense. She was the only one. I had this conversation with Saul all the time. Storm said, I heard this clip before AC reacted to it the other day. The moment I heard it, I heard this BS that Keisha begged on Wyman to leave. I officially, made them my enemy. Yeah, and this clip came out in 2021. Let me knock the super chat out and then let Hoop do the sports joint, and then we can get into this Mandami and Galloway shit. Get up out of here. 7am with the $2 super chat. He said, "How they goons act when UBI comes, y'all? I do not know, but in the meantime, you can fuck all these hoes."
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. And fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. And fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. And fuck all.
All right, let's run this sports segment.
All right, here we go. Sports wrap up for the week. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Cortez made that comment right there. She cammed us, she made 10K. I ain't gonna lie, man. The GOAT of Avatar, Jessica X, man. Shout out to Jessica X, wherever she doing right now out there.
I think she might be married. She was supposed to be getting married.
Good for her, man.
Yeah, because she was only 22. She turned 23 on online.
Yeah,
Wait,
all I'm
wasn't
saying is
she broadcasting from the UK though?
Yeah, she's from the UK.
Oh no, she had to get up. She had to get up out of there because they would have locked her ass up. The administration over there now they will lock your ass up for online shit.
Those chicks was trying to take her out, but she worked in finance. She really only started doing that shit to defend Kevin, and then after Kevin died, you seen she stopped streaming a lot, and then I think she had got back with her boyfriend and shit. And and because she was engaged. She was only like 23.
Yeah, no, she had to stop. She had to stop.
Oh yeah, well, chicks was
with that administration over there. No.
Yeah, and chicks was trying to kill her over there too.
Yeah,
it was real.
Her own government was gonna lock her ass up.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Depersonalize her. Yeah.
They locking people up over there for liking posts.
Big fan. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying she in the Avatar Hall of Fame, man. You know, I'll be lying say she ain't had your boy captivated at one point. It is what it is, goddamn. Shout out to Kaiser Gun Desert. You know, I always got to pay homage, you know, every live. But let's get to it. All right, man. So to start the sports wrap up off, I gotta say RIP to Marshawn Nealon, our defensive end who passed 2 days ago from, you know, I don't want to say the word and down the channel, but self-inflicted wounds. And I gotta say this, man. This time last week, Monday night, he scored a touchdown against the Arizona Cardinals. After 2 days, got in an adverse situation. From what I understand is this. He ran from the cops. I don't know if he was, you know, on something or not. Got into a wreck. Well, he got into a wreck first, ran from the cops, got into another wreck, got outside the car, and then started getting emotional and off himself. So you listen, man, it's a lot to unpack. You know, we only got so much show to do. A lot of things you can say certain ways, but again, rest in peace to Marshawn, man. You know, 24 years old, a lot of life ahead of you, been a millionaire, multi-millionaire. You know, it's tough to go out that way. So I just want to say that as we go forward. Now, in the sports world, let's start with the NFL, man. Like a lot of good games today. Now, your boy Hoop Jargon was working today, so I couldn't watch a lot of them, but I did see, you know, in my sports group, people talking about games and people's commentary. So I'm going to just give a quick, you know, little rundown. Now, the Snorefest, which was Thursday night's game, the Broncos beat the Raiders 10-7, and then them boys was booty cheeks all the way around, man. Listen, I heard the best comment I heard was, you can't tell me racism exists in the NFL that Geno Smith has a quarterback job right now. Because if y'all don't know, Geno Smith has been stinking it up. After stinking up on the top end of his career, having about a 4-year surge of going back to be a really good quarterback, now that boy is right back to booty cheeks land, leading his Raiders to a 7-10 loss on the road to the Denver Broncos. Now, listen, man. Can we keep it real? The Indianapolis Colts may be your Super Bowl champions this year. I don't know where the hell this come from because they sucked big balls, you know, for the last few years. But with Daniel Jones, coming in with a fresh start in a in the AFC South that is very, very malleable. Like it's a division that you can actually get your thing on. Man, the Colts been doing the damn thing, man, improving to an 8-2 record, beating the Falcons 31-25 in overtime. And if you guys followed the game, the Colts pretty much were in a deficit most of the game. So shout out to the Colts, man. And they picked up Sauce Gardner when I was covering the actual NFL draft in Vegas. He was a guy who I actually got to see drafted. So, a part of me, I like to see a kid who I saw when he went from a layman to a professional. It's good to see him, on a winning team, leaving the Jets, via trade. All right, so the Dolphins, the goddamn Dolphins beat the Bills 30-13. Who would have seen that shit coming? Lord have mercy. Because the Dolphins are a damn train wreck. Tua Tagovailoa, who would have known he'd be this bad, this far in his career? But they got the dub against the Bills, who can contend to be the AFC champion going forward. And shout out to the Ravens, man. Lamar Jackson back with a tough win on the road, beating the Vikings 27-19. So shout out to Lamar Jackson pulling that off. Now in the shit team bowl, the Browns lose to the Jets 27-20, giving the Jets their second win of the year. And I got to give a shout out to my H-Town brother, Aaron Glenn, the head coach of the Jets, getting his second win. And people, listen, man. Dylan Gabriel is the starting quarterback of the Browns. Doing a few good things. Joe Flacco's gone. So people are just kind of wondering when Shedeur Sanders will get his chance. We shall see. In my prediction, it'll be year 2. But, the Browns, Coach Stefanski is not letting Shedeur get no rain, and I don't see it changing no time soon. But shout out to the Jets getting their second win. Now, listen, another dark horse team to put your money on is the New England Football Patriots. Get another tough win on the road, 28-23. And listen, man, the Patriots, sans Tom Brady has been pretty bad. But right now they're standing at 8-2. And last year we know they got rid of their coach, and they were the worst team in football. And shout out to them, man, digging themselves out their grave, being one of the best teams in the AFC. So the Saints, the trash ass Saints, get a win against the Panthers. Like, this is a team I can't put no finger on, man. The Panthers have a positive record. Well, they're actually 5-5 now. I just can't figure them out. I don't know what the hell's going on with them. But they are able to get wins against, my Cowboys. I'm salty. So, but Rico Dowd, being their lead guy, Bryce Young, 7-25, no touchdowns, 1 interception, just mediocre as hell. But Rico Dowd, did not have a great game, and it seems to be the team goes where he goes. And I got to give a shout out to the Texans, man. As a guy from Houston who does not like the Houston Texans, pulling out a victory, 36-29 over the Jaguars. So if you guys don't know, in the fourth quarter, the Texans were down 16 points and came back with the come from behind win. So I got to give props where props is given in my Stephen A. voice. The Cardinals, fuck-ass Cardinals, who beat the shit out of us last week, lose to the Seahawks. 22-44. Moving on. So, it's just funny with my Cowboys, man. And, we'll get to where I'm going to get to. The 49ers lose to the Rams. Now, listen, another dark horse team. You want to put some money together? The Rams, low-key, a quiet, good-ass football team, man. Shout out to Puka. I already know he have a good game without even looking at the box score. I'm looking right now. The Rams are 7-2. This dude, Puka, is always open. Puka Nacua, 5 catches for 64 yards. Nothing gaudy, but, a touchdown. Devontae Adams, 6 catches for 77 yards. With a touchdown as well. But listen, man, Puka Nacua is always open, man. Y'all put that on a t-shirt. So moving forward in the association, the Lions beat the Commanders 44-22. And as you know, controversy saying that Trump wants his name to be on the stadium of the Commanders. And the fans, respond accordingly. D.C. is a very liberal city. So I doubt that happens anytime soon. But he talked to the family, and we'll see what happened. And also, the Chargers beating the dog shit out of the Steelers, man, with Aaron Rodgers, old man Rodgers, 25-10, with with the last thing. And I gotta say about the Dallas Cowboys, making a big trade, getting Big Williams from the Jets as well with their fire sale. Man, shout out to the Cowboys. They got 3 really nice defensive tackles. People say they're gonna go with a 5 offensive front, which is kind of uncouth, having 3 D linemen and 2 DNs on the end. People say that's what the Cowboys will go to going forward. We shall see. But shout out to Jerry Jones for actually making a move for the Cowboy fans out there like your boy. All right, moving right along. Let's talk about the top 25 out here in the NCAA streets.
We don't need that. No pro SEC bias or propaganda.
I mean, hey man, listen, bro. I only talk about the SEC just to troll Tito, but I really don't care about them like that. Outspoken says we don't need that Giants versus Bears recap. Yeah, we damn sure don't. But let me say, Fancy Hands himself is over there getting dubs over there for the Bears, man. I gotta say it. Even though I'm not a fan of his brand, of his style, of his whatever, he over there getting dubs over there for the Bears, man. So shout out to Caleb Williams over there doing his thing over there. All right, so to run down real quick with the college football landscape, Ohio State steamrolls Purdue 34-10. Number 2, Indiana beats Penn State 27-24 to keep their number 2 status. And I gotta say, as a University of Texas fan, I gotta give A&M they props. Still rolling, beat number 22 Missouri 38-17 to stay at number 3 at the top of things. Man, what the hell's going on with LSU, y'all? Somebody talk to your boy. LSU is just getting their ass kicked and taking names. Alabama, who's not even Bama no more, at number 4, which, whatever. Whoop-de-doo, to quote your boy Young Thug. Getting the dub against LSU for 20-9. Georgia beating Mississippi State 41-21. Ole Miss steamrolling the Citadel 49-0. Man, shout out to Texas Tech. Big win at home, 29-7 over BYU. Shout out to the Big 12, the defunct Big 12. Still making noise out there. Oregon beating Iowa, number 20, 18-16. This shit looked like a goddamn badminton final right there. 18-16 in football game is wild. Notre Dame beating the brakes off Navy at 49-10. And Virginia losing to Wake Forest at home, 16-9. Louisville, who's actually been a nice little Cinderella story, losing to Cal Berkeley, 26-29 on the road. And Vanderbilt, with a Mexican quarterback, beating Auburn at the crib, 45-38. And also shout out to Miami bouncing back after the embarrassing loss to SMU last week, beating Syracuse 38-10. And to round the top 25 out, Washington beating Wisconsin 10-13 in their endeavor. So how does that translate? And shout out to Saul sending me the top 25 list to make my job easier. So the AP top 25 goes as such. Ohio State at number 1, Indiana number 2, Texas A&M number 3, boo. Alabama at number 4, Georgia at 5, Ole Miss at 6. I hate to say it, but goddamn. So out of the top 6, you got, for those who speak German, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 out of 6 in the SEC, 2 represent the Big Ten Conference. Number 7 at Oregon, number 8 at Texas Tech, number 9 at Notre Dame, number 10 at God's team, Texas, University of Texas Longhorns, who leapfrog OU, our rivals, who's coming in number 11, BYU at 12, Vanderbilt at 13, Georgia Tech at 14, University of Utah at 15, Miami at 16, USC as my youngin', my old guys that coach, John Reed starting center. I think he hurt his foot this last game, but USC at number 17, Michigan at 18, Louisville at 19, Virginia at 20, Tennessee Volunteers at 21, Cincy at 22, Pitt at 23, and shit. What's this? James Madison at 24. That shit won't last. And the University of South Florida Bulls at 25. All right, so as we round, we're gonna move over to the NBA. Now, if you guys ain't been paying attention, man, the young boys are taking over the NBA and I like it. As an old head, I like it. So as things stand, as of today, the Rockets beat the Bucks 122 to 115. So shout out to the Rockets surging. KD is kind of playing up and down, but he has a lot of young boys around him. Let's help him out. The New York basketball Knicks beat the dog shit out the damn Nets 134 to 98. The Celtics beat the Magic, very much a soccer, 111 to 107. The Grizzlies lose to the Thunder 114 to 100. And so let's go to the standings. So I love this right here because I'm tired of these old teams on top. I'm tired of this Big Three era. So as we go to the Eastern Conference, the Detroit basketball sitting at 8-2 at top of the Eastern Conference. Let's take a pause for the cause. When the fucking last time you heard the Detroit Pistons the top of the goddamn basketball world? I'll wait. 2004? We partying like Darko Milicic and Ben Wallace. You feel me? But shout out, man. Shout out to Coach J.B. Bickerstaff going to that organization with those young guys and making a culture. He said they couldn't wear hoodies no more. They didn't like that shit. And guess what? 2 years later, they're at the top of the goddamn Eastern Conference. And shout out to Coach J.B. Bickerstaff. Followed by the Cleveland Cavaliers at number 2 at 7-3. New York Knicks at 6-3. Chicago Bulls behind Josh Giddey, the Diddler. If you know, you know. Coming at number 4 in the East, followed by Miami and Milwaukee, Philadelphia, who's surging. They started out a little slow, but they're making their way up. And then with Toronto with the top 8 in the Eastern Conference. Moving on over to the West. Now listen. If you want to win some money, the championship gonna come out the goddamn West. So Oklahoma City at 10-1, doing that damn thing as we know. Now here's my team. Here's your team if you want to put some money together to have an actual shot. The San Antonio Spurs sitting at 7-2. They won their first game with De'Aaron Fox. So those guys were 6-2 with De'Aaron Fox not even being in the lineup. And if you guys don't know, De'Aaron Fox is one of the best point guards in the league. He just started playing. Wembanyama is playing out his mind. So hey, smart money gonna go with the Spurs. I'm just saying. So Denver with a 7-2 record, followed by my Los Angeles Lakers at 7-3. Playing a lot of patchwork, man. So at 7-3, LeBron James has not played a single minute in this game. His bum ass son has been playing, and y'all look stats up. You know, I ain't gonna harangue him, but it ain't been great. Followed by the Rockets at 6-3. The Minnesota baby mama makers. Timberwolves. Shout out to Anthony Edwards, 6-4 with the record. And another team to look out for, the Portland Trailblazers at 5-4. But Scoot Henderson has not played. Dame Lillard has not played. And Portland has been playing their ass off. Followed by the top 8 to round it out with the Golden State Warriors at 6-5. Hey, listen, sell your Golden State stock. Definitely these old ass teams trying to keep that shit going. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna goddamn work. So, you know what? I'm gonna show a little love to the HBCUs, goddammit. I know y'all don't give a shit, but I do. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the HBCUs. So on that side of the world, listen, man. Norfolk State loses to Morgan State. I'm sorry. Let me back up. Let me back up. They lost to North Carolina Central, which is the best team in the MEAC. 28-31, a tough loss. And as we know, Michael Vick is the head coach at Norfolk State. If we gonna keep it real though, hey Machismo, can I keep it real?
Yeah, you got it. You about to say some bullshit about the Eagles?
No, I'm talking about Norfolk State.
Okay, go ahead. You good on that one.
Yo, this nigga 1-9 this year, dog. Hey, people was on Coach Prime head when he coached at the HBCU level, talking about his lack of experience. Ain't nobody on Michael Vick top. I'm just saying. 1-9 is pretty fucking bad. Because you, Michael Vick, last time I checked, you was the cheat code not named Bo Jackson in the video games. But I got to give Deshaun Jackson a lot of credit, man. 7-3 out there in the MEAC conference with the win over Morgan State. And to round things out, South Carolina State beats Howard 42-12. Beat that ass. Belt to ass. So I gotta You know, the SWAC is where I played. So I got to shout out the SWAC real quick. So shout out to my university, Prairie View and University. So ESPN is playing these 3 games. I mean, I had to say they beat Alabama them 48-5. Beat that ass on the road. Alabama State, if you guys don't know, they have a quarterback named Andrew Body. He played against his former team, Texas Southern University, and they won 42-24. Now, y'all look for this kid, man. He may be the next guy from HBCU going to the NFL draft, being a quarterback. Andrew Body. Y'all remember that name. Florida A&M beats Pine Bluff 31-28 on the road. Grambling State pulls a win. If you guys ain't pulling this out, they got in a big old nigga fight at this game. And the coach caused some serious heat talking about we ain't gonna tolerate disrespect. And listen, man, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to say that. You just don't say that out loud. You tell your boys that in the locker room. When you step up to the media, you say, we got out of character. We did things we shouldn't do. We're looking forward to next week. This dumb motherfucker talking about we won't take disrespect. So coach, what do you mean? You just gonna fight niggas every week when they disrespect you? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Get it together. And shout out to Jackson State beating the dog shit out of Mississippi Valley State, aka Jerry Rice School. 42-3. They beat the dog shit out of them. I don't know what to say about Mississippi Valley, man. They just, if you ever been to it'll be in Mississippi, there's nothing going out there. I don't know why the fuck Jerry Rice went there. He went there. Probably the best receiver of all time, but that program is shit. And rounded out by Southern University losing to Alcorn State 35-17. If you guys don't know, Alcorn State has a running back. I'm sorry, Southern has a running back, and he transferred from LSU. This kid will be in the NFL. This team sucks, but the actual running back, Trey Holly, y'all look out for him. He will be in the NFL. Trust me. So with that being said, man, that's just sports wrap up for the week. You know, I hope you guys enjoy what's going on over here. I hope y'all follow me over here at Hoop Jargon on all social media platforms. Most importantly, YouTube and Machismo. Saul, thank y'all for having me as usual. Peace.
My man. Yo, give it up for Hoop. If you are not subscribed, you're subscribed if you're not subscribed. Yeah, Hoop, they motherfucking yeah, niggas missed this Sunday wrap up on. Niggas missed this Sunday sports wrap up shit. I see. Yeah, I seen no news in the joint. He like, oh damn, I missed the NFL spot. Like, yeah, nigga, you missed the NFL spot because he came in during the NBA joint. So no, man, it's actually good to have you back over here, man. Like it's been cause you can say you've been rolling with us. I think it's season 2 and shit. So yeah, that's what's up, yo guys. Good round, good sports segment. Let's get in the meat and potatoes of the show. You can stay as long as you want, Hoop. We about to do Kami Mandami. You know what I'm saying? About to do Kami Mandami. Let's get after it. So hold on for a second. Let's pull this up.
You need to respect me. I'm your mother. This bitch wants respect while she's bringing a new motherfucker home every night. This bitch can't even keep a motherfucker for a weekend. Another one gone, bet she'll have a new one by the night. This shit's a circus.
So how's everything at home?
It's shit. My mom's a hoe. We got a new stepdad every week, and she's too busy with her content to buy food, though. What the fuck else you want to know?
She's live again. This bitch really out here doing hoe activities on the internet for the whole world. This shit is humiliating. Can't wait till everyone at school finds this.
This bitch went grocery shopping and came back with ramen and a new uncle for me that she don't give a fuck. I'm so sick of this shit. She fucking did it. This bitch really pawned my shit. The only thing I had. She probably needed cash for her new broke ass stepdad. I hate this motherfucking hoe.
Must be fucking nice. A real mom, a real dad. Look at him. My mom's a hoe, and I got a new dad every Tuesday.
You want food? Get a goddamn job and buy it yourself. Stop mooching.
This bitch? I gotta get a job while you just bringing new motherfuckers around? Unfucking believable.
This bitch. This is why I can't have shit. She ruins every goddamn thing. Fuck this.
She's bold. She's buff. She's doing everything alone. Yeah! Strong black woman, muscles of might. Saving the day all through the night. Bold, buff, all by herself. New strong black woman action.
All right, but let's do Kami Mandami. Everybody been covering it this week. I even did I popped up and did a news desk on this joint. I'm going to play a piece from his acceptance speech, which pretty much says it all. So I clipped out a couple of the good parts. Mainly, I've said this, bro. Y'all keep voting these tethers and these foreigners in over you. And I'm talking to the black men who vote with the black women and stuff. Y'all going to be all the way at the bottom because they're putting all the other immigrants before you and everything. And the worst part is they coming over here and they eating off of your resources and y'all putting them in power over y'all. Y'all gonna get what y'all looking for. Let's go.
A nation betrayed by Donald Trump. How to defeat him? It is the city that gave rise to him. And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power. This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one. So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant. So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us. If anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him. We will hold bad landlords to account because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants. We will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks. We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed.
All right, yo. So I added all the communist memorabilia, and Saul sent me the Hunt for Red October communist music. And I did this on purpose because it fits perfect with this speech. Y'all fools then messed around and voted in a full-blown communist into New York. And as far as New York goes, I hope y'all get everything y'all voted for. But I picked these pieces of the speeches in particular because this is the direction the Democratic Party is going. And especially with the Keishas voting 90% Democrat. Yeah, there is a place for you in the Democratic Party all the way at the bottom. But the black men in particular, you're going to be under the Keishas. They're going to have the Keishas and the gays on top of you, then the immigrants and everybody else. Like, y'all are really, by your own hands, voting in and perpetuating your own demise. And for the ones of y'all that's all in, I hope y'all get everything y'all looking for. Tito, I'm going to let you spark this joint off. Mr. O, I'm going to squeeze you in the middle, and then I'm going to let Saul bookend it. But Quiet Storm said Tito gonna need 5 minutes for this. So go ahead, Tito.
Yeah, this is a natural outgrowth of, you know, them selling college as the ultimate, you know, the ultimate thing that somebody could do back in the early 80s. I remember the commercials when I was a kid, where they would make it sound like, and it wasn't just the commercials selling it to you, it was TV shows selling it to you. It's nothing wrong with going to college, of course, but now the problem is that because they sold this dream to so many people, you have this surplus administrative class, right? This surplus managerial class. The woman that has a 4-year degree at Robert Morris College, but is a manager at the dollar store, right? These are the types of people that will vote for somebody, right? People that, because they didn't choose the correct path to exist in communism, now they just want to do away with communism, period. That's how you end up with somebody like this, right? We spent 30 years in this country producing this class of individual, and now we have this gigantic surplus of them, and the surplus is only going to get bigger with many of these, you know, with DEI going away and all of these bullshit busy work jobs, assistant to the VP, to the assistant, to the deputy, to this or that. And then some of these jobs even further being taken away by possibly AI. So this class is only going to get bigger. Now you add that to the fact that they don't really have any accountability to the voting process in a lot of blue areas, but especially New York City. You have people on TikTok bragging about voting multiple times and all of that. This is really bad that this man got elected, because like I said on my channel, he is going to galvanize and embolden the mayors and governors of these blue areas. He is. And I really do think that it's going to end up in civil war. But I just want leftists to understand one thing. We will crush you again. We will crush you again. And this time it will be 80 times more brutal than the first civil war was. And in addition to that, you're not, this time you're gonna have real repercussions. It's not gonna be that spirit of reconciliation that we saw back in 1865. That's not gonna be there, because now race isn't the galvanizing factor like it was back then. You know, back then, after the Civil War, after the first Civil War, oh, well, you know, we're all white. It's not going to be like that this time. This time, people are going to understand the slow acid-eating damage that you've done to this country, and the way that you try to destroy this country from the inside out. People are going to understand that, and people are going to understand that, you know, this can never happen again. And by the way, since baby boomers aren't in control, you're not going to be dealing with a bunch of people that's going to play kick the can. Oh, well, you know, I'm not going to worry about the ramifications of the future. I'm not going to be here. No, the people that's in charge are not going to have that attitude. They're going to be worried about posterity. They're going to be worried about future generations, and they are going to want to see you utterly crushed this time. It might be a second civil war, but it damn sure ain't going to be a second Reconstruction. It's not. And I'll land my plane there.
No, I think you're spot on with that, and I'll piggyback on that on one thing. I've been saying this to Saul behind the scenes. A lot of you black men, your fathers, your grandfathers, your great-grandfathers, your uncles, your great-uncles, and as recent as Vietnam, we fought back fascism and communism all over the globe. So So y'all goofies voting in communists here in the States, if your grandfathers and all that shit was around, they slapped the bullshit out you. Like on some real shit. This shit is unacceptable. Good, that's you, Mr. O.
Unfortunately, machismo, that was communism that was brought within. His name was MLK. Never forget.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of black men was gonna follow that ideology one way or the other. But
by way of A. Philip Randolph and W.B. Du Bois.
Mm-hmm.
And Bayard Rustin,
and Bayard, we can't forget Bayard. And Bayard Rustin and whatchamacallit, and James Baldwin. Yeah, y'all over here listening to somebody that got James Baldwin prominent on a motherfucking channel. That should tell you everything you need to know. They be hiding right in your fucking faces, bro.
Paul Robeson.
Oh yeah, him too. And you might as well go ahead throw Jackie Robinson and Joe Lewis step in the fetch and yes sir type of philosophy up in that too. Them too. But so AOC and Madani walk into a bar and nationalize it. You know,
that's funny.
You know, Madani's $1 million tax isn't a soak the rich plan. It's a chase the rich exodus. You know, NYC already lost 100,000 high earners since 2020. You know, it's been a lot of businesses closing, a lot of people been staying in because of that so-called jabbing, that bug, and all that other stuff. So his 2% surcharge will turbocharge the U-Haul parade to Florida faster than you can say no state income tax. Rent freeze for 2 million units. Rent freeze for 2 million units. You know, congrats, Zoran. Landlords will just convert stabilized apartments to Airbnbs or condos tomorrow. Trick and supply, very price control flop from Caracas to Cambridge. Have y'all seen Cambridge? Have y'all seen Caracas? Whoa. Housing crisis solved by making it worse. This is my favorite. And this is what everybody been talking about since the government shut down with the EBT and everything in between. City-run grocery stores at wholesale. You know, Venezuela, Soviet Russia, they had this same type of theory, right? You know, that's surplus with a Brooklyn accent now, except empty shelves, 3-hour-long lines, and $50 million taxpayer tab per store while bodega shutter. Because nothing says food security like government incompetency, right? You know, another thing he promised them, free buses for all. $700 million bill. Man, Don's trying to turn the MTA into a rolling homeless shelter on wheels. Fares gone, vandalism gonna go up, ridership down, and every strap hanger's wallet rated to fund the Fair Dodger Express. And last but not least, the public banks seeding worker co-ops. You know, the cronies, that's socialism on steroids. Politicians pick winners, Democrat boards stifle innovation, and when a co-op flops, guess who eats the loss? The taxpayer. But that's just going to be in New York City. The ones that's still going to be there if they don't travel to Texas or New York. And I mean, not New York, Florida. And there's a lot of people on X and TikTok saying, if you're from NYC and you vote for Madani, don't come down here. And the main one's going to be the women. You know, they're going to be the main ones. They basically 81%. Really 84% of women under 30 years old have voted for Madani, but now they still ask for men to be traditional with a communist mayor. And I'll land my play there.
All right, well played. Spot on. And like I said, you about to have New York. New York flooded with Middle Eastern Muslims and Somalis and Sharia law types, as well as, hey, like I said, I think they should let that shit play out and just contain it and let the rest of the world. I mean, you see what they did to London? They got a Mandami over in London, and London has gone to shit, bro.
Yeah, you already took over the Bronx, Machismo. Have you seen the video of the Bronx when they did that whole massive prayer right there on the street? That's the Bronx. They already going for the gusto. They're like, nah, we ain't gonna go to Brooklyn first. Nah, we ain't go to Manhattan. Nah, we ain't going Staten Island. We already know what to go ahead kick out what's the name off. If we could go ahead and take over the Bronx, who else gonna stop us?
Outspoken says, I know MTA workers who voted for him. But that's what I said. This liberal indoctrination, bro. The best way is for people to give them what they voted for. You see how shit's playing out.
The word liberal as an acronym, lacking in basic education, reasoning, and logic. Liberal.
So that's all you, man. Take us home with this joint.
Mic check.
Yeah, you good.
I'll say this. Black men were their freest right after the Civil War because we were able to participate in the market unrestricted, and we've seen the result of that. People built towns. People in America did not actually become a superpower until we were able to fully participate in the market, right? So now you have these guys out here, which is a core of middle class people, maybe even upper middle class people, who are just comfortable. In a lot of ways, the sort of innovative aspect to thrive, to build generation to generation has been kind of stalled, only for trinkets. The best way to get somebody not to compete is to buy them out. And that's what communists is, buying out our talents and stuff like that, so that we're kept at bay. And, the most, would you say that America exports now is our cultural capital. But what's the best way to keep niggas out of it is by them not owning the means of production, them not owning record labels, them not owning art clearinghouses or marketing or this, that, and the other. It's this mentality of working for somebody. College is good, but it's not the end all be all. What about building business? What about, taking some of your talent, your skills, and your means? Because that's what it's ultimately about. Not necessarily working day to day, and most of your most productive years is given to somebody else, only for you to be given annually at least 5% profit. That's not even at least, at most per se, right? So I say that, communism is bad in the sense that, people don't understand that this is economic warfare waged against the black man and the black community at large, in the sense that we're not realizing our economic potential. And so us as black people who are so stupid and naive to believe that everybody smiles at us is our friend. And in our naivety, we don't recognize that there is multiple fronts as far as warfare goes. It's not just physical. The Klan or police might be some examples of some physical ones we've had, but there's also economic ones. There's also social ones. There's also ones that's, waged against us of the mind, right? And we give that less credit when it's just as impactful, right? There's more babies that's died since 1973 than our population now, right? People can argue maybe half. We should be 30% of the American population, right? But nobody sits and think like, how was this done and how was it done quietly, right? I can make your sons fruity, turn your daughters into oars, and in a sense, not have to lift a finger, not necessarily engage in industrial style warfare where everybody's lined up on trains, everybody's processed in, shaven, tattooed with numbers on, and they go right and take that shower. If you all know. What has been done has been through your own sort of means and propaganda smiles, I get you to work against your own self-interest. Economically, spiritually, physically, and on all fronts. And that's what's been happening. And I land my plane there.
All right, well played. All right, that was a very good round, gentlemen. And we are at the 1 hour and 45-minute mark. Let's just get closing statements and call it a wrap. That was a very good segment, gentlemen. Let's do it this way. Mr. O, let's start with you. Let's get your closing statement, and then we'll do a round. Well, I'll get the rest of you guys, and we'll get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, I think this is one of our best shows together. You know what I'm saying? I think we all have broke everything down to the bare root of things. You know, everything from the so-called old divestment, women trying to call Zaddy, go and take us out, and now they trying to do a reach back, like AC will say right about now, saying, "Oh, that was nothing. Don't worry about that. That was in the past. Let's focus on the now. We needs each other." All that stuff, trying to go ahead and extend fake olive branches, trying to go ahead and probably give us a free subscription to their OnlyFans, so we get a little look at what we might be able to get into for that little $40 holla, 6 chicken wings with mild sauce on the side, because that's the only thing I'm really gonna give it to them, you know. And now they really prove it to me in New York City, like y'all really gonna continue betraying your men. This is what just the last dog whistle for the likes of the inner democracy, because it belongs to the woman. If you vote Democrat now, you are basically a socialist communist in New York City as a man, and ergo, you're gay. I'm sorry, that's the only you can't tell me that you're not. If you got Mandani as your mayor, and everything ties in together. Y'all messed up one city already. I'll be damned if y'all mess up any major metropolitan going west past the Atlantic. And I just gonna land my plane there. I know Tito and Salty Boss about to flame y'all asses, but I'll land my plane there.
All right, bet we're at the 1 hour 48-minute mark. We rapping 7 minutes. Tito, it's all yours. Closing statement, sir.
Yeah, just watch how the utter futility of communism is allowed to fold out. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, Mamdani falsified or omitted certain things on his visa." I think that they're gonna let him. That is true. That is true. He actually did, but I think that they are going to probably let him stay in office until after the midterms, just to let people see how idiotic communism is. And by the way, he's actually threatening to, I guess, forcefully confiscate the means of production, because he had a video, a couple of videos where he said, "Oh, well, if you don't do this for tenants, or if you don't do that for tenants, then we're gonna just take the property." He said that. So if it's anybody that's on the fence about the Democratic Party, if it's anybody that's on the fence about whether or not communism is the way to go, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out in these next, like, I would say 5 to 7 months, right? You're gonna find out, and I'll land my plane there.
Well played, sir. Saul, take us home, man.
I just want you all to understand that communism is a poison and destructive disease. Socialism as well. That's why as a black community in the context of America, because it's buying you out so that you don't compete. As stated before, black people, by and large, has contributed a large part to the innovations that America has had. From learning a new language and growing the ultimate command of it to the point to where we use our charisma to make people dance and groove around the globe, onto our swag, onto, you know, anything we touch, you know, turns into gold, right? One has to be competitive with that. We have competition, we engage in it through hardship already, but somebody sees us as a battery, a utility. Or we can go as far as saying a modern day plantation. They'll tell you anything to get any sort of paper except getting those incorporation papers, that charter, that permission for you to operate and engage into the market economy without having to answer towards anybody, by your own means. And all that wealth is yours. And people forget we're in a capitalist society. Everybody else realizes that, and everybody more or less act accordingly, but we don't. And this is why we have Habib owning liquor stores in our community. We got Wayne selling our women beauty products. We got, you know, Sync with the hotels and stuff like that. And if you want some tacos, you go right on over to Paco. Everybody and anybody, even them Jamaicans that's rude as fuck, disrespecting you when you ask for extra gravy. So I'll land my plane there.
All right, well played, gentlemen. That was a very good show this evening. I wanted to get to this Scott Galloway joint, but we'll circle back on that next Sunday because he's making his rounds. Pushing, shout out to Saul, his moderated form of masculinity, and it's no coincidence that it's almost 12 months right before the midterms, exactly, because the Democrats are having such a problem with men in their electorate. He said, "Dance from tacos sound good about now." All right, man. That being said, I want to thank everybody for coming out once again. I want to thank my panel. Can't do this goddamn show without y'all, and the chat. I'm glad you guys floated in a little bit later on in the house. Looks like we got a full house, and okay, looks like the Cloud Watchers are retreating. Now, once again, man, thank you guys, the few of you guys who supported the stream. And thanks for showing up every Sunday at this ridiculous, absurdly late hour. Man, we can't do this show without you, man. We're season 8. Whoever would have thought it would happen, man. That being said, man, like we always do about now, I want to say good nights. Good luck.
Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition. Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition.
Every man walking this planet who's having a baby should have a DNA test. I don't give a damn if you married. I don't give a damn how mad your wife gonna be for asking her. It's not about her. It's about your own protection. If you're dealing with a woman who's opposed to it, that already lets you know the caliber of woman that you're dealing with. I have a son. You goddamn right I got a DNA test on mine, and we were married. Was she upset? Yes. Did she get over it? Yes. Would I ever get over the thought of me raising another man's son? No. Fuck that. I'll be damned. Oh man, I'm thinking this kid's not mine, but if I ask her for a DNA test, man, I think she's gonna be mad. Man the fuck up. Every man should have a DNA test for every single child that he has. Every man walking this planet.
Salute the black man. I salute. 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 Salute the black man. I salute.
Sorry. Hey, where's Stewie? That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we'll leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Stewie Griffin. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away. Sorry. Hey, where's Stewie? That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we'll leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Stewie Griffin. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away. Sorry. Hey, where's Stewie? That's tomorrow, and that is it for us.